Hello and welcome back to another episode of Chillin Buildin with Spanj. I just want to quickly bring your attention to this. I've come up with a set of rules for the race circuit, for Akua Seca Raceway. So, I have a little challenge for you. What I want you guys to do, if you're up for it, is design a hover racer that complies with these rules. Okay, so you're allowed one generator, one fuel tank. I just realised that's misspelt. Let's change that. Fuel tank. There we go. And one RCS. And I'm not limiting how many thrusters you can have. I'm not limiting how big to make it. But also, I don't no weapons permitted as well. And then the others are sort of race rules. Limited contact. Don't jump the rules. Don't use the pit lane unless you're actually making repairs or refueling. And follow all instructions given by race marshals, which will be, you know, me, basically. So, I've created this little thing here. This took me about sort of 10 minutes to create. It's not very big. It's pretty basic. And it complies with those rules. It's got one RCS, one fuel tank, one generator. 3 medium thrusters, and a bunch of small thrusters on the sides and the front. You might have seen me scooting around the circuit with this already. This thing is... I mean, you can build it bigger than this. This is tiny. This is like the smallest-ish design I could probably come up with. And still make it look kind of like a racy type thing. There's my one RCS. You can just see through the core there. And then underneath you've got the fuel tank, cockpit, the hover engines. You can see there's barely any room for blocks here. But, you know, I've done what I can. And a little spoiler as well. Also in my colours. So... there we go. That's the sort of thing I'm looking for, but you guys obviously, you know, come up with your own designs, put your own flair on it. It can be bigger than this, it can be smaller than this. Bear in mind, I'm not putting any size limits on, I'm not putting any thruster limits on because, well, this is the circuit, you know, it's this wide. You don't want to make anything too big because you're just going to be spending all day crashing into the walls otherwise. So, the challenge of designing something like this is to get it as small as possible, but as quick as possible, and maneuverable as possible as well. You know, so I think it'd be an interesting challenge. Now, the other challenge you guys are going to have is you're not going to be able to actually test it on this circuit because it's not done yet. So, let me just, what you can do is you can build your own little runway sort of thing to get a gauge of how wide your thing's going to be. This section and most of the sections throughout the circuit are 10 blocks wide. Okay, in hindsight, I should have made it 15 or 20 to accommodate larger races, but, you know, that's the benefit of hindsight. So, size is definitely an important factor. You don't want to make it too big. At the same time, you don't want to make it too long. This thing is actually slightly too long, in my opinion. And I'll show you why at the end of this series, you know, when we actually do a little race. But it is slightly too long, so bear that in mind. I mean, wideness, it may be maybe 2-3 blocks wider than this at the most, would probably be still be comfortable, but you'd want to limit how long it was in order to make sure you can get around these corners successfully. So yeah, that's the challenge. One generator, one RCS, one fuel tank, unlimited anything else, no weapons. And once you've finished your racer and you've textured it and colored it and put your number on it, you know, put your mark on it, make it your own, put the link in the comment section below. Just pop a link if you know, as long as you're happy for other people to see it as well. If you're not, I mean, you can PM me on YouTube if you like. And if you want to keep it secret, that's absolutely fine. But what I'd like to do at the end of this series is have a load of these race hovers that you guys create all laid out here on the track and everywhere, just to really show it off and make it look like it's come alive. And then obviously in the last episode of this series, I'll show you guys how to actually turn this thing into a POI and make it come into your custom games, make it come into your single player games and hopefully your multiplayer servers as well. Noticed a block missing. So yeah. Anyway, so that's that. I've done a load of more work on the race circuit here, Akua Seca Raceway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to the tunage and speed this all up and see, you know, how it goes. I don't know, actually. I haven't actually recorded that bit yet, so I don't have no idea what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing stuff or something. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy and enjoy the tunes, and make sure you get yourself a brew and kick back and relax, and most importantly, enjoy the build.